Hey y'all, my name is Juan with Juan Photography, and you're going to see a short behind the scenes clip, and then after that you're going to see my editing workflow. I'm going to kind of walk you through what I'm doing, my preset that I use, and then also any work that I do in Photoshop. So go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you like these videos, and I'll catch you guys on the other side. So hey guys, we are here in Lightroom and we are going to be editing 3 photos that I picked out that we took throughout the session. And so let's go ahead and jump over to the develop module. Now if you are not using Lightroom and you are just using Photoshop, then I would suggest that you look into Lightroom because it's going to really save up your time when it comes to editing. And if you see right there, I went ahead and just put my awesome preset on it. This is a preset that is for sale that I'm selling on my Etsy page. And I went ahead and just cooled it off a bit. Now, I like the awesome preset because it gives it that really like muted and moody tone. But sometimes I do want to take a little bit of that off. So if you have this awesome preset, you can go ahead and just make sure that these points here are a little bit closer to this one is a little bit closer up to the top because this is the one that's clipping the highlights, right? If you bring it just a little bit higher up, and then the one that works the shadows, if you bring it just a little bit lower down, and it kind of gives it a bit of a cleaner look. Not that the other look is bad, but sometimes you just want to go for that kind of look. And so I'm gonna go ahead, and something that I usually do depending on the photo is I take the brush tool and I do maybe like 0.2 just so that way I can brighten up the faces, so that way it's easier to see skin tones in the faces. So that's before and this is after, and I might just use a crop tool to just turn it over just a little bit. Might have gone a little bit too far, so there we go. And there we go. I mean, I'm happy with that, before and after. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, so before looks good straight out of camera, but I wanted to go ahead and just make it look like that. So again, this is the awesome preset that you can get. Now let's work on this one. We were in this little plaza looking thing down in downtown Austin, and it was a really good place for shots like this because I think it's a place where a lot of business people meet at, and we shot this on a Sunday night. So whenever we went, there was like nobody there, it was pretty much like, you know, it was abandoned, and the architecture in this location just made for just a lot of great photos. So there we go, we'll cool it off. And usually what I'll do is, because I know this shot and this shot were like literally right next to each other and the lighting was very similar, I'll probably just press previous and then I'll go from there. That's what I usually do, just to save myself some time. I love editing photos and I love working with color, but when you're running a business, you know, you just have to find and make systems to save you time, because, you know, time is money. There we go. I might just actually even put a little bit more magenta in there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back to this one now that I see it. And I am going to put a little more magenta in here. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's go to the last one. I'm gonna try just to press in previous here, and it brings me close to where I want to be. Let me go ahead and just reset the crop tool, but I am gonna warm it up like maybe right there, and then I'll bring up the exposure a bit and add some more magenta. Just a dab right there. Dab. But yeah, so let me cool it off actually. No. That's actually perfect right there. So let me go ahead and do the brush tool again. And there we go. Perfect. Before and after. Before and after. Nice. Let's see. So yeah, there we go. I mean, really, it doesn't take a lot of time to do that to a photo. So let's look at this one and this one again. And now that I've done the color in these photos, I'm going to go ahead and move them over to Photoshop. Now, another tip that I can give you guys is be sure that you have as much as you can done in camera before you take it into, post, before you take it into Photoshop and Lightroom, because it's always easier to just take the time during the shoot to move something or to fix something than it is to, you know, actually do it in Photoshop, unless you're like blazing fast in Photoshop. But I mean, you know, time spent behind the desk is time spent that you can be marketing or, you know, doing other things for your business. Okay, so I just opened the files in Photoshop, and when I'm in Photoshop, I really try to be as subtle as possible. I'm not gonna go in there and, like, you know, create some like crazy filter effects or anything like that. I really just like to spend my time with the what's this thing called again? The spot healing brush. Yeah. And I'm just gonna go in there, and really, I'm not too nitpicky unless there's something that I really can see that's, you know, distracting. I'm just gonna go in there and just do, you know, minor blemishes and then go from there. I really don't want to spend a lot of time in Photoshop because time is money. And like I said, I love editing photos. I love working with color, but there are more important things to do in a photography business. So there we go. And if I had more time, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do it. But I would probably go up here and probably fix this patch of hair up here. But for right now, let's not do that. I like how that looks. Let's go up here. So you can see all the blemishes on her face. And then you take those away, and she looks a lot better. Not she looked bad to begin with. And this photo, like, honestly, there's not a lot that I would do to this photo. I think my OCD doesn't like this, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to be doing blemishes. Maybe for another video, I'll do stuff, you know, like taking stuff like that out. But I like how this looks. You know, the her skin is a little bit it's well exposed here, and it's not really showing a lot of blemishes. Unless you like zoom in, then you can see a few, but again, that's just nitpicking. Now, this is going to be different for everybody. Everybody has their own different way of wanting their photos to look, and and their own crafts. So you may go in there and do, you know, completely set of different things than what I would do. But I am going to go ahead and just do this. This is something that I do to a lot of my photos, because I think facial expressions are really important. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to do that. Sorry. But I am going to do this. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm just going to be picking up, let me put that one just a little bit lower so it looks natural. There we go. I am going to be picking up her, the edges of her lips, so that way it can give me a different expression, because, there we go. That looks good. And it didn't take, you know, too much time. Really subtle. I'm not going to be, maybe I may actually fix a few blemishes here. There we go. And again, like if you're not even seeing this on YouTube, then you'll understand why it's not, to me, it's not very important to go in there and fix every single detail. But for the most part, that's really all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna be you know, doing any crazy sort of, you know, backdrops or like changing out the skies or anything like that. I mean, like I said, all of that stuff, you know, hopefully you can get in camera, so that way your post processing is a lot faster than, you know, what one who's actually doing a lot of stuff in Photoshop may be. So again, I'm done. Like, that's it. That's all it took. 3 photos. That took maybe what, 10 minutes minimum or maximum. And it really, you know, I'm also here explaining what I'm doing. So if you guys like this preset, you can buy that on my Etsy page. But if not, go ahead and let me know if this helped you out. I know whenever I was starting out, I didn't know a lot of people who would kind of, you know, show you the back end of their photo editing workflow. And so I hope this is beneficial for you all. Some of you may be here just because you like photography and you like editing, and so you like watching other people do it. Whatever the reason may be as to why you're here, just let me know down below. What sort of things would you think would benefit you, and what sort of things would you like to see? I'm going to be doing a lot of digital work. I know I started at this YouTube channel doing film work, and I see myself doing some more of that later on down the road. But for right now, I'm going to stick to digital work and just showing you these presets. And again, I am giving away a few presets. I will leave that link also down below. But you can find those on my website, and hopefully you can use them on your photos. And let me know what you guys think of them, and if they helped you out any, because ultimately I want to help you guys out, because I know the grind and I know how hard it is to want to be in a place to further elevate your photography business or your work. So anyways, hope you liked. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.